I know this sounds a little crazy, but we're essentially getting paid $300 each month to live in our own home for free. Hey everyone, Russell Matthews here, and I'm so excited you've decided to watch this video because it's a topic that I'm super pumped about, and I'm so excited to share it with you because I'm sure that this can give so much value to anybody watching. It's incredible to me how many conversations I've had over the past few years with people my age who all echo the same sentiment. They say, you know what, I'm never going to be able to own a house. I'm going to be stuck renting for my entire life. I want to own a home, but I don't think it's going to work for me because I've got all this student debt, I've got all these problems, and I just don't see it happening. And I can't blame people for thinking this way. I mean, up until only a little while ago, I thought in the exact same way that I probably wouldn't own a home until I was 40 because it's so expensive these days and you just can't make it work. But then I came across this strategy that can result in you living in your own home and even getting paid each month to do it. And just before we get into that, I wanted to take a second to ask you guys to please like and comment on this video. It really helps more and more people see this video when you like and comment, so I would love it for you to do that. And this strategy is called house hacking, and it's quickly becoming one of the only ways that people our age in our situation can actually own a home. So to put this strategy in its most basic terms, you save up enough money to make a down payment on a home. And then by renting out different aspects of your home, you can greatly reduce your mortgage payments and in some cases even eliminate them altogether. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can do this. Maybe you bought a home and it has a basement apartment. You can rent out that basement apartment. Maybe you bought a multifamily home like a duplex or a triplex. You can live in one half of the duplex and then use the rent that you create from the other side to completely pay for your mortgage. Another option is maybe your home has a garage in the backyard. You can rent that garage out to maybe some craftsman who needs to store his tools somewhere else, especially if you don't need to use that garage anyways. Another way that's becoming more and more popular is people are actually, if you have an extra room in your house and you're not using it and there's nothing in there, you could just literally rent it out on AirBnB and have all this extra income that could reduce your mortgage payments. To make this whole idea clearer, why don't we take a look at one specific house that's actually for sale right now, and we can see how this really works. This whole strategy tends to work better in places where you don't have astronomical house prices, so it's harder to do in Toronto, it's harder to do in those big cities, but just to show you that it still even works in Toronto, the house that I've chosen to take a look at is just on the outskirts of Toronto. So it's only a half-hour drive from the Eaton Centre, so it's still pretty close. Alright, let's get down to it. So the house we're looking at today is listed for $500,000, and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath place with a basement that's fully finished and has a separate entrance. Since the minimum down payment that you can put on a house is 5%, that brings our down payment to $25,000. I'll admit, $25,000 is a lot of money, and it's important to consider that there are also grants that can help you buy a home, and there are a bunch of different strategies that you can put together to actually get this down payment going for you. With that $25,000 down payment, that brings our total loan to $493,000, and that includes mortgage insurance. And we can talk about what that is another time. With a loan of this size, paid back over 25 years at a 4% interest rate, we can expect our total monthly mortgage payment to be $2,602.23. With monthly property taxes of $191.92 and monthly insurance of $65, that brings our total monthly payment altogether up to $2,859.15. Right about now, you're probably saying, whoa, hold on, Russell, you know what? I pay a whole lot less each month in rent than $2,859. Well, you're absolutely right, but you need to remember, we haven't subtracted all of that money that we're going to make from renting out our potential spots in our house. So let's do that now. Remember, we've got 3 bedrooms upstairs, and you're probably going to want to live in one of those, so let's just call that 2 bedrooms upstairs that you could potentially rent out. And on top of those 2 bedrooms, we've also got that basement that's finished, has its own bathroom, and has its own private entrance. Let's say we find two roommates who want to rent out the rooms that are just extra on top of our room on the top floor of this house. In this part of town, in Toronto, it's not uncommon to have rooms renting out for around $700, so let's set that as our price. Since the basement has its own bathroom and its own separate entrance, I think we could probably charge around $800 to rent this space out. When you add up the rent that you've been collecting from these three roommates together, it gives us $2,200 each month. When we subtract this amount from our total overall monthly payment, it leaves us with roughly $659 left over. That $659 is something that you would pay each month towards the mortgage. Now, some critics down in the comments might be saying, hey Russell, you told me that I could live for free. Paying $659 a month is not living for free. And I'd say, hold on. There's one more thing that we haven't considered. When you pay your mortgage each month, some of that money goes off towards paying off the entire loan. So as a result, you develop equity in the home, which means you just own more and more and more of it. Of the $2,859 that we're paying each month towards the mortgage, $959 of that goes into our ownership, our equity of that home. And that's $959 that we didn't have before. So I think you can see where this is going. If we're only paying $659 a month towards the mortgage because we have all these other people covering most of the cost, and we're making $959 in equity, then that ends up with $300 that we didn't have before, that we didn't have to put money towards. I know this sounds a little crazy, but we're essentially getting paid $300 each month to live in our own home for free. Just an extra $300 put into home equity that we had nothing to do with, but it's ours. Now, I didn't go into every single little nitty-gritty detail of this whole operation, but I think you can see the power in this strategy, and it really can be applied to your situation. And I hope you can see how powerful this house hacking strategy is. I mean, I didn't even know about it even just 3 months ago, and now it's something that I'm seriously considering. And I think it's something that you should be considering too, or at least have in the back of your mind as an option. Because I talk to so many people who are so down and think they can never own a home, and they don't even realize that this could actually happen. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, you guys. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate when you guys watch and comment on these videos. I love talking to you, and I love teaching people about this stuff that can really make a big difference. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop a like on this video and comment as well. That makes a huge difference when it comes to how many people actually see this video, just based on social media's algorithms that decide what we get to see and what we don't. So really, liking and commenting would mean the world to me. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks again for watching, you guys, and I'll talk to you again real soon.